not too many people get to say that they struck out the best hitter in the league twice in a game. So what were you thinking in those bats, and just what's it feel like to do?
My main thing is playing against ranked opponents. Like, I don't look at the name. Yes, she's one of the best hitters in the softball world, but it matters with what she comes with on that day and what I bring to the plate. And today, I feel like I had the better stuff than she did.
Obviously, it's getting an early run like you did is huge for a pitcher. I wonder, when it's your catcher, when it's the person you're throwing to, does that even kind of enhance the positivity that you gain from that?
I think so, yes. Honestly, having Tara behind the plate, she's an amazing catcher. She really works back there. We have a really good relationship, but having her have the first run, it meant a whole lot. So
you talked about how your starts, or the beginning of your starts, may not be your strongest, but right out the gate, you get that strikeout. I mean, it seemed like you were in the zone and got better from there. Could you just talk about what it was that you, mindset-wise, that kind of had you in the zone to start with tonight?
I feel like tonight, I really, from the start, from Coach Lombardi calling me before we even started the game or any warm-ups, at that point I knew I was going to get the start, but I also knew I needed to come in knowing, yes, it's UCLA, but at the same time, they're just another softball team. Like I said, just any day, anyone can win, anyone can lose, and I feel like today we obviously had our best stuff, and as long as we keep bringing that every day, we're just going to keep going and going.
So at the start of the game and going through the game, it's a faceless opponent. They're no different than anybody else, but the game's over. You're sitting up here now. How good does it feel?
Oh, it feels awesome. It's an amazing feeling.
In the third inning in particular, when it's a 2-0 game, it's still early, they've got a runner on, and it start off 1-0, but obviously fight all the way back and get her looking. Yeah, what are you thinking there? How do you not let the magnitude of that even, rattle you at all?
My main thing is I always take a deep breath before every pitch. I clear my mind while I'm, especially as the game goes along, when I do my little walk to the outside of the circle, I take a deep breath and I just let everything go and just focus on what's ahead of me.
You've made a lot of your pace lately, and Coach made it sound like maybe we made a little too much, but were they trying to mess with your timing a little bit the first couple innings? I mean, it's stepping out, things like that?
Yes, and then at times they would have their hand up, but the umpire wouldn't, so that got really confusing. But I talked to Tara about it, and I'm pretty sure she talked to him, and he started to actually raise his hand a lot more than he was in the beginning.
But even that wasn't able to get you out of your rhythm, get you out of your process?
No.
Maybe jumping the gun a little bit, but I mean, where do you think that ranks among your favorite performances? Third-ranked team in the nation, no runs. I mean, how special was that?
Oh, it was incredible. Honestly, I think that's my top #1 moment in my college career. I've faced a lot of schools and everything, but beating #3 UCLA and only allowing 2 hits, it's an amazing feeling.
How confident are you as a pitcher when you guys go into that extreme shift, which you did, I think, in the 6th and 3rd, I want to say it was, when you have a lefty hitter up there and you're getting that, I mean, obviously you know what your guys are doing strategically, but that's just highly unusual. So how confident are you in that defense where that is such an unusual situation, and yet, I mean, one of them literally went right at her, or at.
Right. I have 100% trust in our defense. We practice this every day, and at the same time, it comes down to me hitting my spot, and that's what happened, and the ball went right to them. But at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
Can you speak to, people have asked, so I'm asking you, someone's going to lay down the bunt. You know they're going to lay down the bunt.
Right.
Defense, so you're pitching into the bunt. Is there any change in your mindset, or what's that process, knowing you're going to go into that bunt and everyone's ready for it?
For the most part, usually when we know someone's going to bunt, I aim more for the higher part of the strike zones, because for most people kind of bunt pretty flat, so I try to get that pop up, or even for them just to hit the sweet spot to where it is a hard like bunt, for instance, like when KK got that bunt, we got the lead out. So that's my main thing.